Uh-oh. Oh, wow. That's actually a really pretty garden. Damien takes me around to the back of his home, where a variety of flowers flourish in beautifully landscaped rows. A small stone path weaves through it, and butterflies flit lazily through the air. My garden. It's beautiful. Thank you. Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously. You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. Even more interesting is that one flower could mean different things depending on the other plants it was paired with. One had to be extremely careful, and even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous bright orange flower off of a vine. Lilium bulbiferum. The orange lily. What do you think? What do you think this one means? Oh my god, dude. Dude. And I definitely don't want to tell Damien that my loins are ablaze. That sounds like I need to go see the doctor about that. Thou art the tightest. That just sounds weird. Fine. I hate to do this, but I'm gonna stick with the puns. Huh. Okay. The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred. Well, and that's precisely why a floral arrangement is so challenging. What is your favorite type of flower? I mean, I'm gonna be a stickler for the simple one. I like the sunflowers. They remind me of sunshine, and you can eat the seeds as a delicious snack. What a practical choice. Oh, he is not impressed. My stomach grumbles. Oh man, now I want some sunflower seeds. I'll have to remember that when I put a bouquet together for you. Aw, you would put a bouquet for me? Nobody's ever given me a bouquet before. I followed Damien down to the footpath and admired more of the beautiful flowers. A phone rings. Oh, Charlie, will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls the phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Go for it. Damien smiles and walks back to the house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. This makes me wish I had put a little more effort into that garden that Amanda and I tried to start one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes and then died. Oh, hey, a gargoyle. Oh, no. I knocked over the gargoyle.
Fix that guard.
Oh, God. Okay. Okay. No. Oh. It's like the Shrine of the Silver Monkey, man. That's ahead. I feel like that's gotta be it, no? Okay. I feel like I've tried all the make sensible combinations on this. Oh, this is bad. This is all the kinds of bad. I don't get this at all. I don't get... Is there a way to fix that? Maybe there isn't a way to fix that. I am confused? Was there a piece that I was missing? Oh, no. Here comes Damien. He looks upset. I hope it's not about the Garg. My sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There was an urgent matter that I must attend to, so... Charlie, did you break my gargoyle? All I did was lean on it.
My.
I just had it installed last week. No matter. I suppose it would give me a chance to work on my masonry skills now. If you'll excuse me, I'm afraid I must take my leave. That's no problem, dude. Everything all right? Damien worries at the hem of his coat with his fingers and worries the hem of his coat with his fingers and looks away. Everything is perfectly fine, but it's Lucian. What's wrong? He appears to have, his teacher needs for me to come to school post haste. Do you need help? Oh, no, you don't have to. Let me come with. Us dads gotta stick together. You are right. This is one of Lucian's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Let's go. Damien and I walk into school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo. Hey, Damien, you're here in record time. I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. Whatever it is, it doesn't seem like this is Hugo and Damien's first time to the "my kids are in trouble" rodeo. What is it this time? Damien, you have to see to believe. Damien and I follow in a step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in session, and I vaguely wonder if a man is around. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading into the darkness. Watch your step. I can hear faint voices drifting up from the basement, and they don't sound happy. As I am led into the depths of the school, I recall the antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had enough sense to stay out of creepy basements. Oh no. We find another teacher in a boiler room, tucked away in the back of the basement. With him are Lucian and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucian has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around this scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around. What happened here? Ernest punched me. Lucian tried to kill me. Oh my. Room falls silent. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was just trying to build a brick wall around you and see what would happen. You promised me there was wine down here. You tricked me. Whoa, wait a second. Lucian, did you try to cask of Amontillado Ernest? I am neither confirming nor denying that. I turn to Damien and whisper to him, What's cask of Amontillado? It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe short story where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down into a cellar with the promise of wine and a fine vintage, and then buries him, alive, behind a brick wall. It's a lovely story. So wait, Lucian, you tried to do that to him? I was curious to see how it would turn out. I wasn't actually going to leave him there. What was the thought process here? That Ernest was just going to sit still while you slowly build a tomb around him? Well, it worked like for 20 minutes, because he's an idiot. But then he realized that I lied about the wine. And you were cracking maniacally. That sort of tipped me off. Ernest, 20 minutes. Dad. Whoa. It took you 20 minutes. So we just had an entire 2-week unit on the cask of Amontillado, and it took you 20 minutes to realize that Lucian was leading you into an elaborate ruse? You didn't even read the story. I read the first 5 pages and then read a review of the movie. Huh? It's only 5 pages long, and there is no movie. Uh-oh, that sounds familiar. I'm starting to think that he might have gotten that from Amanda. Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucian to read it for me. Actually, he didn't even pay me, so when you think about it, this was just me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo have both their heads in their hands. You guys are always telling me to engage in the literature, and I did. I don't see a problem here. Alright, I'm filling this under what the hell. Don't do whatever that was again, both of you two. Suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucian high five. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your son. I'll cover your class. Take your son home. Mr. Bloodmarch, you too. Thank you for your mediation. We all head up the stairs and out of the school in tense silence. Lucien, Damien, and I all pile into my car and begin the drive home. Lucien immediately pulls his hood up and stares out of the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again.
Oh, no.
I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to go. But I care about you, and I can see that you're struggling, and so if you do decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too. Maybe you can spend this next week looking for a summer job? I know how much you want your own car. I can't believe Damien is keeping his cool. I am impressed. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. I love you, son. Lucien continues staring out the window. Love you too. We spend the rest of the drive in relative silence. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucien hops out of the car, slams the door, runs inside. I didn't expect to have that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot that we need to work out. It's alright, and all things considered, Lucien's bricklaying was pretty good. So, there's your silver lining. There is that, yes. He's probably just going through a phase. No. I really admire how you handled that. Does this kind of thing happen a lot? Like... I'm torn between those two. I really admire how you handled that. Because he did treat it very cool. I am sure Hugo was, 2 inches or 2 microcentimeters away. What is that? Femtometers? Something like that. Picometers, maybe? I don't know. But I feel like Hugo did not do that as professionally, but at the same time, this is obviously some kind of problematic thing, and if me and Castlevania Dad here are gonna have any chance of, hitting it off, I need to know these details. Does this kind of thing happen a lot? Once in a blue moon, yes, he rather enjoys pranking his classmates and his teachers. And me. I don't know if I could handle that, honestly. Do not fret. I've learned to be patient with him. See you around soon? It would be my honor and my pleasure. Damien bows with a flourish. Classy. I come home to find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket watching TV. I plop down next to her. Yo! What you watching? Tiny House Hunting Brothers Extreme Edition. I hate this show. The couple on screen bickers back and forth while standing in an extremely small house made of recycled bottles. The Tiny House Hunting brothers watch them with bemused expressions, both of their heads touching the low ceiling. I told you I wanted a 2-bed, 2-bath, shabby chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. But honey, the outhouse is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad. I am not pooping outside, Greg. Why don't they just get a regular sized house? I don't know. How did afternoon tea go? It got strange. We had to go to the school to pick up Lucien since he tried to, he lured Ernest down to the cellar with the promise of a fine vintage and then tried to break him into the wall, right? Has everyone read this story except for me? Lucien live streamed the whole thing. Dude! This entire day is beyond me. But otherwise, it was a fun day. That Damien guy is a character, but he's really good company and a surprisingly diplomatic dad. I dig his style. You know what? Me too. Okay. Now taped sports, okay.
Have you considered taking part in the goth lifestyle.
Okay, so I guess things went well overall. I didn't know what to do with the statue, though. That kind of bummed me out. Alright. That being said, I think... Oh, no. Oh, no, it's Craig. Craig, what are you doing to me, buddy? I am not going with you to dinner I'm not going again with you to dinner to Roberts. But like I was saying earlier, I think now would be a good time to save our game. Alright, so game is saved. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and stop there. Go back to the title screen. Let's go. Now, one thing that I am curious about, because I have not really checked this out at all extensively, the mini games. So, like, which of these can I try again? Alright, I do want to figure out the statue one, because I feel like I was missing something on here. But just, the pieces did not look very symmetrical to me. So, I'm just going to goof off on this for a little bit more. Okay. Alright. See, I feel like that would have been the way to go. Whoops. No. You see, I've tried every single combination on this. I feel, is this like an unwinnable kind of thing? I feel like there's nothing I can do about here. Unless I can, oh, wait. Did I... Oh, you can flip it upside down. Nobody told me that.
Goal.
Okay. Alright. Well, now I know that. Nobody told me you could flip it. You know, flip it and... you know, do the Missy Elliott thing backwards that everybody thought was cool. Okay. That makes more sense for that now. Alright. But until then, I'm going to practice my putt-putt skills off-screen. And until then, this is Big Mac saying later. Wow, I haven't called myself that in years. I'll be saying later.